Cool cats, cool dudes, and Ben. How you all doing, everyone?
Cool.
Welcome to We All Love Leeds, the show where we all love Leeds.
That was our best yet. That was our best yet. I liked it, Tom.
Yeah. It was like a shit James Bond villain, like Blofeld.
It was like Gadget at end, wasn't it? I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome stuff. So Ben, where you been, brother?
Well, I got knocked off my bike, so I apologise for last week, people. But I'm recovering and I'm here. So yeah, other than that, I've been at home. Where you been, Tom?
I was sat here.
You've been on YouTube.
When am I not? But in all seriousness. But yeah, hope everyone's well. Dr. John was in at 3:27 in the UK time, where it's basically like, let's get this party started. And then Anders replied about, sorry, sir?
He won't be in now, will he? I wonder what Scott Rangers finished. They were 4-2 down when I left.
It's probably similar, unfortunately. Anders then followed up 5 hours later with hello lads. And then John LUFC Garside straight in there on time with evening all MOT, which Leeds fans know what that means. And if you don't know, you're not in the gang. Now everyone knows what that means. It's the song. It's the Leeds song. So obviously we're one of the few teams that actually have a song, an actual song. Anyway, I never said it was good. Russ Morgan, good evening. We all love Leeds. How you doing, Russ? Ian Pincushion, how you doing? Jimmy, how you doing? Joe Hendry-esque. The more I think about it, the more I think you're right, Russ. But still. And Tarak with hope you're okay, Ben.
Thank you. I am. Thank you.
And it looks like Big Ange could be sacked tonight. But before we get started on this time last week, not this time last week, like 2 hours removed from it. So about 11 p.m. last week on Saturday, I just saw that show for next week because I tried to get in front of things. We've got a lot of things to do, so I tried to get out in front of it. And basically, then I realised we're not actually playing between now and...
Yeah, between then and now.
Well, midweek, obviously, but in terms of a weekend game, there was no weekend game to talk about. So I was like, well, what is the next game? Which turns out it's Burnley. Spoiler, it's Burnley tomorrow night. So it's why I put it as a Burnley preview. I've done my work for it in terms of a preview. So if you expected me to have done some homework on Burnley, but obviously, cut long story short. So we've got some stuff for the Norwich game, which did happen in midweek. But also, it's important to note that there was a game that just finished, but at half-time wasn't going very well, Ben. And Russ Morgan sent me this. With a half-time, Fulham 0, Manchester United 0. The players are coming back out of Craven Cottage. The second half, or call the midwife. The choice is yours.
Midwife sounds a good one. Just to track back a bit, I did do my homework on Burnley. They don't score many. They don't concede many. There you go.
So when we bring up the prediction for what we think the game's going to be, none of us is going to have been silly enough to predict it like a 4-goal thriller in the game with Burnley that don't score or concede. Well, apart from last week when they scored 5, but still.
Benjamin Bloom did a video earlier, and it was a weekend of Championship shocks. And I thought, what'll be a shock result tomorrow night? And the biggest shock result tomorrow night will be if we stuffed them. So I think we're going to win 3-1. Spoiler.
I'll fall off my chair if we win tomorrow night. I'm not saying that to be defeatist. I just mean from the fact of we are, in my opinion, we are the best team in the Championship. I just think we are. But the fact of the matter is, being the best team in the Championship when you're Leeds United is a lot different than being the best team in the Championship when you're Burnley. Because no one actually turns up to play Burnley out of hatred. and I know Arsenal fans will know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this, because I know they believe that everyone tries harder against them, whereas there is factual evidence that teams try harder against Leeds United. Just look at the numbers from when teams do play us compared to them when they play the game after, kind of thing. But still, other than that, John Garside will take a draw tomorrow. A win would be great. Scump got a bit lucky. Seems they did. The Peacocks shat on the Canaries. Yeah. Like on the Red Devils last week. Yep, from Garside Jimmy, it will be 2-2 now, according to Tarak, because we've played fire.
And in the tradition of birds, the Canaries shat on the Swans.
They unloaded on the Swans. They took a laxative at half time and went, this 1-0 lark.
I think the Swans unloaded on themselves of that shit. God.
Retroholic Gamer, I'm here because we all love Leeds. Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Colonel Ward. Regular viewer, Colonel Ward, under a new pseudonym, obviously.
I like a new pseudonym. Keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It really does. To be fair to him, he flat out admitted to me, like seconds after he'd done it, he's like, hey everyone, it's me, Colonel. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, so nothing untoward there in all seriousness. Not even sarcasm when I say that. But we did have a game midweek, and as part of the segment, let's talk football with the old Leeds United badge on there, or current as well, depending on how you look at it. This one. Oh, what we got in here? Evening, Liam Chalky. How you doing? And that retro hole isn't good for you. Hello, Phil Woodlin. Or Woolin, sorry, excuse me, it's my fault. Before we get into it, how did you think it went against Norwich?
I can't remember. We scored, didn't we? And then it was a bit flat, and then we scored. So it went well because we won and we didn't concede a goal. So whatever happened in the middle's irrelevant.
That's pretty much it. I pour through the slides I've got, but ultimately, I kind of knew that was going to be the outcome.
They had a lot of the ball in spells, especially first half, but they did nothing with it, did they? It was the same as last year. It's just
they had a lot of the ball in areas they could not hurt anyone, which is perfect for us because we usually do then contrive to actually allow teams to hurt ourselves. Not on Wednesday night. Very clever of Daniel Farke to basically throw his personal rules out the window and go, yeah, I need to pull Tanaka off right now.
Yeah. It's quite surprising.
I said what I said.
I forgot he'd been booked, actually, when they pulled him off. And then I realised, he's been booked. That's why he's pulled him off.
So, obviously, just for the sake of the thing, this is how we started the game. I mean, this is part of it. Until we actually lose a game, this is pretty much going to be the lineup for the most part. I think
personally, Junior starts tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I think Firpo starts.
As soon as I said that, I realised I've not included Junior. But yeah, I was thinking more from the attacking sense because we need to get off to a quick start against teams. And is there a quicker start than scoring in the 30th second of a game?
Well, apparently there's been 15 other quicker starts for Leeds United in our history.
15?
That was the 16th quickest goal for Leeds United.
I believe the quickest is Jermaine Wright, is it not?
I couldn't tell you. Brinlaw didn't go into depth. He just said that, so I'm repeating.
Yeah. I just have it in my head that Jermaine Wright scored a goal for Leeds after about 7 seconds. I might be exaggerating that, but it was a game that we went on to then lose 2-1, of course, because it's Leeds United. So we scored in the first 10 seconds of a game and then didn't do anything for the rest of the game, which is, can you think of anything more Leeds? But still. Mr. Woolin with 3 points coming Monday night. Sensible substitutions, well timed. Bryn Law is a very, very well-read individual. I'll have you know. Bryn Law is great. He's great.
He sold us out for Sky. And personally, I think he's a shit commentator.
Really?
I do. I don't think he's any good. I'm not against the guy as a person. Look, he's Leeds, isn't he? But I think, his pronunciation and I think he's a crap commentator, to be honest. But then I don't think the bar's very high on commentary at the minute. So
it's really not. It's really not. So
I prefer listening to him and Tony to any of the dipshits. So
yeah,
I won't go as far as that. I don't like Britain. I like Britain. He's all right, but I do recall he sold us out for Sky when we was shit.
Because wasn't he working for us in the 90s as well?
Yeah, he was. He started out with us. I think about 2006 or something. I think he went Sky, and then came back when Sky didn't want him anymore.
Hello to Rosie. Thank you for stopping by or participating. I think saying participating more than stopping by like a pit stop is probably more accurate. To be fair.
Just for Rosie, we've got a wanker of the week, but my personal wanker of the week was Bruno Fernandes for scoring in the last minute and spoiling my fun. So, commiserations.
Director John is here, and Director John is actually trying to harm the show from within.
I unliked it. What score did the hockey finish, John? I left it at 4-2.
To which Rosie then said, Magic, I'll unlike it too. Why don't you all just unlike it? Why not? Why not? You're already here, so...
Unshare it, unsubscribe, unwatch it if you can.
Yeah. Send an email to YouTube and just be a bit like, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know I have a punchline for that. On LUFC Garside is having a great time with John's banter, and he was at BBC Radio Leeds. That sounds right because he tells the story because he was on the plane at West Ham in '97. Was it '97?
Stansted.
Yeah, the one that which obviously
a bit later. When it was '99.
Which could have gone a lot worse for everyone, admittedly. It's the reason why we don't fly to games. The players and the club and that, which I'm surprised has still become a thing. Just because obviously none of them people are involved anymore, but still. 12 to 14 Eagles evening. Hello, Scooby. How you doing?
Football.
Yep, it's the other football. And was amused at Rangers taking over Scumchester. And can't do with that moaning little shit Fernandes with caps lock. He's a terrible captain. He's a terrible captain. Right now, people could say I'm wrong on this. Everyone's told their opinion. Tell me I'm wrong. But I think if you're losing 7-0 in a game and you're behaving like a petulant child, you should not be the captain. You should be encouraging everyone to do that.
No, he is a typical scum captain. He is. Turns up for the little games, doesn't turn up for the big games. Book too horrible, whiny little scummy twat. Yeah, he suits that team. He really does.
Rosie said, watched Tom's wrestling show last night. Brilliant show. Thank you. I enjoyed that. I appreciate Rosie you stopping by and anyone else who did. It was really awesome, to be fair. Even Ben turned up. Ben as a Richard Cranium, as I believe is his pseudonym. Yeah,
I am a dickhead, so I like to take part in being one. So yeah.
And 5-4 Colorado. Colorado scored with 15 seconds left on the clock.
I've had enough of that team this season, John. Shocking. They've picked up a bit lately, but shocking.
John wants to know, how's Rosie doing?
Out of everybody in the chat. Out of everybody in the chat, John, how's Rosie doing?
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you want to know how Retroholic Gamer's doing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
if it was
tell
Valentina in the chat, it'd be, oh, Valentina's in the chat.
Valentina. Although she is a nice lady, to be fair. So obviously, Scoobs being acknowledged by John. LUF. I nearly said it the way Lolo says it, the incorrect way that Lolo said it. Anyway, hi Dylan, you're well, mate. Who's Dylan? Anyway, Valentina is lovely. She's fine, thanks. Made a curry, a real one. And I'm about to ice a cake.
Mm.
Hey, I eat chicken tikka masala at the buffet.
Let's not start this shit again.
I was eating it at the buffet, and I was sitting there eating it. I'm like, why have I never brought up that I actually eat this shit? Anyway. How was your weekend,
Can I
John?
just say, curry pot noodles more curry than korma.
Why you got to put petrol on it? Why you got to put petrol on it, sir? At what time is dinner being served? I'll be right over. And not bad, Tar. Hope you're good. Watching Skins. Skins, the TV show, or the Redskins? Is he being edgy by referring to them by a former name? Edgy. Fernandez is like Ozil. He's just a luxury player. You're putting a well-oiled team. But what if that team hasn't been oiled for a while? And by a while, I mean since like 2008 or something like that. Fernandez is lovely. She's the cutest. Scooby is Dylan.
Yeah. There you
Learned
go.
something new today.
You have?
Learned something new today. Did you know that?
No. But I do feel it's our ignorance that we don't know that, because for Rosie to know that must have been brought up in someone's chat somewhere.
I think he just told her because she's Rosie. Because otherwise, why wouldn't he just randomly turn around and gone, hey, Mr. Tom, I'm actually Dylan, by the way. Instead, I'm just like Scooby. Even when everyone's like calling him Scooby-Doo because of the D2. The amount of people that go to call him Scooby-Doo and then catch themselves mid-sentence, I'm like, I fucking caught that. I caught that every time. Anyway. Hi, Johnny. Sam Greenwood is in the house. Hi, folks. First time on here, lads. Where are you based? Ben, where are you based?
I'm based in York. Look, Tom, where are you based?
Where am I based?
Back in West Ham, innit?
Yeah, West Ham. West Ham, innit? Know what I mean?
Welcome, Phil. Welcome.
Yeah, but obviously, I'm clearly a West Ham fan.
I'm currently at work. So, yeah. If you're wondering why I've got a weird background.
You eat tikka? Yes, I do, Tariq. Or Tarak. Said that wrong every time. Every time. God
back
damn
in
it.
time there, didn't we?
You know what? I was about to chew. I was about to chew him out for basically going like, why are you assuming that I would eat a tikka because I'm white or whatever? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, fuck it, I got his name wrong, so I can't actually do what I was about to do. Anyway, no, it's all good. It's all good. Just burst out laughing, Ben. Congrats. I mean, we're about 3 minutes behind, so I don't know what he specifically said that, mate. Scooby, noodle, you mean the Commanders? Curry pot noodle. Yeah, that actually makes sense, actually. Because, of course, you'd laugh at that. Of course you would. Ben looks like he's the kitchen help.
I am.
From Direction. How you doing, Phil? Evening, Sam. Welcome, Phil. No, seriously, welcome, Phil. Lawrence Watkins, what is this? I thought this was a West Ham channel. I saw your video earlier, Lawrence, and you did look ready to kill someone. You were fired up.
Did West Ham lose again?
They equalised, to be fair.
Oh, did
but he was fired up. He was very, very vocal. Like he was doing the thing like when you've not really done streaming that much, where like you start talking very, 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 which I'm currently doing right now. You start getting faster and faster as you talk to try and get through it. No, it was good. Hey up Sam, hey Lawrence, hey Scooby, Laura. I'm just reading out names at this point. Just Jimmy's Eagles.
Matt, Grandpa, Paul, Billy Bob.
Yep. Evening Scooby, where have you stashed Shaggy and Wilma? Rosie. Oh crap, Lawrence is here from Director John with some advice. Trying to organise wife's menu for this week. A choice of two from chicken masala, butter chicken, and chicken. I enjoy all three of those, but personally, I think the butter chicken is generally a
butter chicken's not a fucking curry.
No, but it's a good sauce over the chicken.
It's not.
That I will admit that is not a curry.
It's not a good sauce either. It's not, Tom.
I think it's all right. Well, the ones you've had must have been shit because the one I had last week was fucking fantastic. Mr. Ghost,
do you know what it is? I've never had it because it just looks shit.
Oh, it's fine. It's genuinely fine. ABAW. Who the hell let the director? Because the director he goes where he wants.
It's his fucking show, man.
Yeah,
you're brave, Lawrence. You're brave, man. You've not heard the legend, have you, Director John? People disappear when they cross John, never to be seen again.
Sam Greenwood. At Lawrence Watkins, this channel is for teams that are in the top half of their league.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Rosie went on to acknowledge that I was correct, even though she wasn't intending on that when she typed it, but butter chicken is correct. Good lad is Phil. He is a good lad. Feeding the reindeer mushrooms. Director John is God in these parts, Lawrence. God. Who put Sam as mod? That's like putting Adolf Hitler in charge of Poland. It's not ending well. To be fair, you all behave. So there's no behave, relative term, of course. So he never has to actually do anything, which would involve any form of modding, but still. Sam, the minor leagues. I going with the minor league thing again. Sam was class on the red. He really was. I was like, I'm so happy that Sam is here because he can communicate with Sam because they're Scandinavian language.
They live next door, don't they?
Yeah, basically at this point. They live more next door to each other than probably they do to me. Anyway, I got arrested at West Ham years ago. Natural question, why? I'm glad Rosie asked it because it saved us a lot of time. Hey,
I'm gonna have a guess for breaking the law.
For fuck's sake, 136 left in first half. We just fumbled the return. Why, Colonel? Why are you sorry, sir? Colonel is fine. Butter chicken is a curry. Oh, there you go. Butter chicken is nice, mate. They're all defending me on the butter chicken, but still. Sam has a tendency
How can you
to
say
ban
butter
people.
chicken's a curry, right, and korma's not? Because they're about the fucking same thing.
I've got an answer for this, Ben. It's because people are fucking weird. Humans are weird. And humans will always find a way to ostracize other humans. Rosie's decision on this was people that eat korma. She's basically doing the equivalent of what the Nazi Party did, but with korma. But he only bans people he's attracted to, Scooby. That is not true, Colonel. Well, you banned Colonel. I'm not even going to bother saying it. Purely because I've said it enough times. So anyway, I'll move on from that. With guys, be easy on Lawrence. Is a West Ham fan. Easy got all sent new image. Tom had to update it. I'm just going to post the original one because I'm too lazy to actually sort it out now. But at the same time, Ryan does have a show later on, well, after this one, basically, where he's going to go through the news from the Arsenal perspective. Well, his perspective, I'd say. Cheers to that. His house was carried away with balloons, John. Lawrence is golden. Oh, look, it's Joseph Fritzl. What are the odds?
Fritzl's here, buzzing. Managed to avoid arrest for another week.
How's the family, Fritzl? Joseph, you finished with £1 Some West Ham picking on a young Leeds fan and his dad kicking him. So I battered him. Can I change your name to Les? Because he just sounds like someone that round here you just call Les. Like, oh, don't mess with Les. He'll batter you. he'll batter you, lot. He'll batter you, mate. Fucking Les. Anyway, more kicking the packet. Really got to stop at some point. They're just gonna keep writing stuff. I'm just keep reading it out. Ben, next time you are down Bolton side, you got to try our butter chicken, and you'll change your mind on it. It'll change your life, Ben. It'll change your life.
My missus' dad lives in Bolton or Wigan, one or two. The next door, aren't they? So.
Oh my God! Look who else has showed up today. It's Lolo.
Hello.
The man that I cost about £21 earlier by telling him he should cash out on a bet. So I cost him about £7 earlier. To be fair to myself.
What bet
Betting
was that?
Advice. Tom? No, he'd done a parlay sort of thing, but then basically he'd said it was up to £14. The pay that. But if Man United won, it would have gone 21. But he basically was uneasy on it. And not quite right, in my opinion, quite rightly said at the time, I'm surprised you haven't already cashed it out because you're relying on Manchester United to win at Fulham. I mean, they did, but at the time, it wasn't what's the word? An absurd suggestion. But still, anyway. Russ Morgan with Sam, you sexy beast. Sam Greenwood, korma and butter chicken is lovely. We all love curries.
That's just like saying food's lovely.
That's fair enough. That's fair. What we got going on here? There's a lot of stuff going on. I've worked in York at Nestle.
You poor lad, so have I.
On the stoop, Tom, you let anyone in it. That's true. That's technically true, Lawrence, to be fair. But still, you know what? I really like on Saturday night. Saturday night, I forget what day it is.
Friday night.
Saturday. We've looked at the Leeds team. Why don't we just look at the Norwich team and mock them? The losers. Sorry, the other team. Sorry. Gunn played. Shane Duffy's still alive. I've got a reaction out, Ben, there. I'm amazed he was able to move off his spot. But still, this is how our formation lined up. The second is betting in the dark, not cashing out.
If you look at that, right? If you do actually look at that, take Aronson and Pirro out, right? It looks like a man, doesn't it? Like he's got his arms and his legs and his head at the top, and then Aronson's the balls and Pirro's the tip. There you go. Just amusing myself, people.
Lolo's confirmed. Oh, I cost him £10 or $10. But that won't be the last time I cost him money with bad advice. So in hindsight, bad advice. Because usually on Fridays I give bad advice knowing that I'm giving it. Anyway, sorry, what? With this is our Norwich lined up. How long did that take to turn into a back five? I actually feel quickly.
Yeah.
We owe Burnley one.
We do.
No, I told you not to cash out. That's not true. Anyway, sorry, what? I know, nor do I eat those. Sorry, that cough, that told the truth. So we kicked off the game. And look at Altanaka stood there with his snood, I believe it is.
We were kicked off the game, and for the second game in a row, we scored.
That passing movement for that first goal was incredible stuff. Genuinely incredible stuff. When there's a lot of there's goals where people like outside the Premier League will go, that goal's good enough to be in the Premier League. It's like that one wasn't, but that was a lovely goal. Like
it was helped by the goalkeeper deciding to dive at his own player's feet and leave a massive gap to put the ball into. I don't know what their goalkeeper was doing there.
I'm glad he did it though. But
very much so, yeah.
Said, so obviously then not much happened for the rest of the first half because it was basically us watching Norwich move the ball around and then not try and score. I don't have the actual things for it, but when I was reading the internet I was at work, so I wasn't actually watching the game because I despite what some people may think, I have to have employment as well. So and I'm in employment where they'll put the Champions League on. But might be tomorrow night. I'll be watching Leeds. But no, put it another way. Internet was basically going, this ain't good enough. This is terrible. This is terrible. I'm sitting there thinking, we're top of the fucking league. We're fucking winning. Top of the league. The stats show that, and I'm watching the game, but the stats show they're not fucking hurting us. They've got all the ball, but they're not hurting us. But yeah, that being said, and then we came out and Junior Firpo went into the fray, and then not long after, Dan, can we talk Arsenal? It's funny you say that because stick around for the meme segment because that's usually when your team comes up, Lolo.
Yeah, in a word, Lolo, no.
But yeah, so Dan scored. My favourite bit of that was obviously the Norwich defender who thought he was going to earn Defender of the Year for I went out of my way to keep this ball in play, but yeah, you knocked it straight back down for Solomon, who then crossed it over for the goal. It was like, if one of our players had done it, it'd have been wanker of the week like that. I can't click my fingers, but that's how fast it would have been. Middle finger is here.
Where has that middle finger been?
Probably up Miss Piggy. I said that way too fast. Way too quick. Gave the game away there, didn't I? So obviously we went on to win the game, and I did catch this one comment on Twitter. Well, I couldn't help myself. It was basically, it literally goes, hopefully it'll come up. Imagine working hard through school, studying journalism, working your way through the ranks to make it to Sky Sports, the peak of your profession, then call it a bad Brandon all game when it isn't his name. I don't know what commentator they're talking about. Does anyone happen to know who commentated the Leeds game on Sky Sports Plus against Norwich?
I do believe it was Walcott, was it? Sounded very Walcott-esque.
I read that. I was like, I'd hate to be that guy. Imagine calling him Brandon and not Brendan. Well, that's what I'm assuming.
He decided, whoever it was decided to say, I was a fullback once, and there's no way Bogle shot there. When Bogle did actually shoot there. If you remember Bogle's shot, and it sort of looked like it was a cross gone wrong, but it wasn't, because if you watch his eyes, he was going for goal.
I'm missing Dave's quiz, Bremner's ghost. Who's Dave? Is his quiz good?
We've got a quiz, haven't we?
Well, we have a question.
To the quiz.
I'm willing to count it as that. So, Ben, despite the fact that it feels like this football match happened about 14 years ago, what did you make of the twat in the black? In this case, the twat in the black was Matthew Donohoe. Donahue.
I thought he booked players too early, and then that was that. But I'm going to let him off for any wrongdoings that he may have done that I can't remember, because I do remember that he didn't send Tanaka off. So therefore, he gets a president's pardon.
Yeah. Can you remember who we were playing against? Where it was one of the games we did lose, but one, is it like a Blackburn player who should have been sent off, but the ref actually made a point of not sending him off, to which then, I think it was Preston. No, we didn't lose. It was Preston where Heckingbottom then immediately substituted the player.
Yeah.
We were furious.
It was a reversal of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, but when it happened to us and Tanaka, it's like, oh, this ref's incredible. How dare he not want to send off to Pat Tanaka? And I've called him Pat. It's not his name, but
so if any whingers out there who are constantly whinging that their teams are hard done to, it does even itself out over the course of a season.
What was Wenger thinking? Said to walk on so early. That sounds like an IT crowd line. I've got a quiz happening tomorrow on my channel, Bremner, my mate. LU Dave FC. LU Dave FC. Good afternoon. Hello, Spencer. How you doing? Good to see you. Dave's got a channel on here. Does blogs for the South Stand. He's a good lad, mate. Good lad. Good lad. And,
can I be excused for a wee? I really need a wee.
Absolutely.
I'll be 2 minutes.
I'll talk shit with a chat. It's no problem.
All right, I'll be 2 minutes.
Some would say I have a PhD in talking shit with a chat. Anyway, good to see you, Spencer. Miss Molina as well. Again, thank you to you and Spencer for turning up for the Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling. I was about to call it Wrestling because I can't say English words in English. Afternoon, Mr. Elway. And bio break. No pissing in the kitchen sink, Ben, from Brenda's Ghost. And Melina from Lawrence Watkins. Lawrence Watkins. I imagine he should turn up like in James Bond film in his West Ham shirt. God, the name's Watkins. Lawrence Watkins. Anyway, what? Sorry. Hello, Spencer from Pink Cushion, the anagram king. To which Spencer goes, hello, how you doing? Anyway, sorry, what? I've got a quiz for you. It's the mid-show question of the week. It's the mid-show question of the week. Yeah, I was hoping I'd thought of a question by then. But I'll play the jingle because I know Russ Morgan likes it. Howdy from Sam Greenwood. What does Sam Greenwood call Bailey in the WWE? What is his name for Bailey in the WWE? Is it A, Sandy? Is it A, Sandra? Is it C, Simone? The answer is all of them at some point. And that is the Mr. Tom mid-show question of the week. Correct, Colonel. Correct. I thought that was the best quiz. But no, seriously, Phil, we do have a genuine question at some point coming up. It's a proper question with real answers. Give Colonel 10 points. In fact, be very generous. Give Colonel 13.47 points. Got an update in the game, 27-15. 2 command turnovers, which is probably, yeah. Scooby has notified us of this 2 minutes ago, to be fair to him. So, I mean, I know we played on Wednesday, but it still feels like we never played, if you get what I mean, because obviously we're playing tomorrow night. Everyone come near, under half, we scored that fumble return. Council Estate Mother of 10, Stanley. Colonel knows is Mr. Tom Talk Wrestling Law, as I believe they call it. Well, I do happen to have the actual stats of the game for anyone who's remotely interested in it. Sponsored by Director John, of course, the finest director in all of YouTube land.
Is Monday night not a bullshit time to be playing football?
Yes.
Don't you think?
It won't be if we win, though.
Weekend? Do you know what I mean? What's the point of having a weekend if you're not playing? You play.
Yeah. What happened? Is there anything there? No. We do need to get more clinical, though. I do say this most weeks, but you can't take 4 shots to score a goal.
1 second.
On average. No problem. Let's pull that down. Sky and Lanks, old Bill screwing Leeds around again. What's going on here so the match results for midweek, which was obviously these ones, which basically everyone at the top won. Lolo is going Leeds to win. Both teams score 6+ corners. Thanks Sky for Monday nights.
Is it betting in the dark with Lolo?
That's exactly what it should actually be.
we should get that segment.
That's totally what it should be. Lolo should submit one of his bets to Director John, who then gives me a slide where basically we then do Lolo's bet for whatever Leeds games coming up. Should totally be it. That's actually a great idea. The more I think about it. But yeah, obviously this weekend it started off on Friday. Incredibly, I nearly fell out of my chair when I saw that Howard scored the second and the third.
Oh no, I was buzzing me. I missed the third.
I knew they were winning 1-0. I knew it was 1-0, but you know when like you're just like, yeah, all right, because you know how many times have Sheffield United conceded the first goal and then gone on to win 3-1 kind of thing.
Listen, this was one of them games, right, where the twat in black was actually brilliant, because he disallowed a perfectly good goal for Sheffield United at 1-0.
It wasn't offside.
It wasn't offside. And then they went up the other end and scored, and that was offside. So there you go. Isn't football a great game sometimes?
It can be. It can be when the decisions go the way I want them to or need them to. But no, but in all seriousness, refereeing generally is shit. Obviously, then Sunderland went on all Friday night / Saturday morning. All the discourse was how Sunderland are essentially 90 minutes away from being 1 point behind Burnley or whatever it was at the top, however it worked out. They were talking like, we are back in this race. It's like, yeah, you are, if you win the game.
And now they're potentially 90 minutes away from being 8 points behind us.
Be careful what you wish for, Mr. Tom. The Gooners' faces are a picture when you often pick a bet for them to get beat. That's a fair point. Scooby. Whole fan for 90 minutes. Tigers, rah, rah, rah.
I was more impressed with Darko JB's header at goal.
What happened?
Wait,
I can imagine what it was like.
It ended up being an assist. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest attempt at goal, but it somehow found its way to the back post where another guy in green slotted it in.
Happy days. So following on from tomorrow's night's game, we will be at home again against Cardiff, which gives me nightmares them playing them at Ellen Road, in all seriousness.
That's 3-3. Yeah, I remember that one.
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't. I actually remember laughing at the commentators because I was watching it on a dodgy stream and I had Cardiff's commentary, and when they scored their first goal, I remember laughing because they thought they were going to get back into it. And lo and behold, it was them laughing at me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember when they got the first goal in the comeback, I literally reacted like as if to go, we'll probably score again kind of thing. Like, actually, it's not a problem. And then there were two more problems, and I was like, damn it. But still. So other than that, Derby County will play Sheffield United. So, you know, two teams I'm not very fond of. Middlesbrough will be playing at Sunderland on Monday night. That is on ITVX. For some reason, I do know that. I don't know why. But
Thanks for that.
not on Sky. Yeah, not on Sky. It's on Sky and ITVX, I'm guessing.
I'll be make sure to not watch it. Thanks.
Yeah. I went a bit septic peg on that because I kind of knew you would suggest that you are absolutely not going to book the night off work to watch that.
No, we've got a Warburton's promo on, so I can't.
Right. So what we got next? For me, I'll probably go shove up the table. To be fair, I usually have it all lined up in a row. Sent you my betting in the dark Leeds Lolo version.
I like it, Lolo.
Give me a second. I will put this on the air. You okay with me putting this on the air, Lolo? Give me a second. Let me put the top end of the table. But obviously, if we win tomorrow night, it's happy days. I mean, I know you can't see it properly, but just imagine like we've got 59 points. Thank you, Lolo. I'll get right on that. Oh, Rosie, you've strolled in to a new segment. I have seen that advert, actually, Scooby. It's quite amusing. I've never seen Happy Valley, but I did enjoy the fact that she's ultra serious at doing a meaningless, mundane cop job within the, like, Who Took the Biscuits or whatever it was. Right, so let's put this in the file. So thank you to Lolo, who has provided us with this Leeds United bet, and I've not actually looked up the bet, so I could be putting myself in a sticky situation. No, he has actually gone Leeds to win 3-1, Leeds to go 1-0 down, and then win 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon to score.
A reversal of Leicester then last season.
Yeah. And that will pay out 255. Yeah, 255. That'll pay out. Haji Wright still at Coventry Seal? I believe he is. So other than that, I don't know. But if anyone fancies doing that bet, that is a suggestion of Lolo's. I mean, that's very specific. But then to be fair,
if you do that bet, don't forget to send the complimentary 10% to Lolo. Yeah.
We love complimentary 10%. But
it's called a bet on clause.
The bet on clause. Yeah. Fat Frank has won 4 games in a row. What's going on?
Oh, don't worry about Fat Frank. Fucking, don't worry. He's not going to do much with them, to be honest.
Well, you know the new manager bounce.
Yeah.
It works really well when your nickname is Fat Frank because you get some bounce, don't you? But okay, right. So as part of this, we'll have a look at what our predictions for the month were. Ben, congratulations. You were 100% correct on Wednesday night. I'm the idiot that said Burnley and Leeds would be 2-2. That I was referring to earlier. but I'd absolutely take a point there. Director John has done some maths with the conversion. He will pay £204, 65 pence. Thank you for that, Director John. I prefer mine. I got £1 on at 250 to 1 Leeds 2-0. Piru and James rode on any card combined any card. Combined corners above 7.5. Super sub count. So that tells me I know you're betting with because I know who does super sub. Basically, if Rodon gets to a cough for Ramazani and Ramazani scores, he will still win. And obviously the same would apply if James got to a cough and that person scored. That's my understanding of it. So, what are we doing here? Oh, okay. So, should we do the question of the week, Ben, or do you want
Let's
to
do it. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay. I'm so excited about it being question of the week. We could do it again. You like a complimentary 10%, but appreciate a complimentary 50%. To be honest, I fancy Brendan to score. Although, to be honest, I fancy Brendan to score.
Not Brandon.
Not Brandon, yeah. Russ Morgan, he says the word, which means, obviously, people that watch this show every week know when he says the word jingle, that's the word of the week. And the word of the week is the same word every week, but only when it comes from Russ. Jingles, yes. So this week's question of the week is: name these lucky 11 human beings who have played for both Leeds United and Norwich.
Did we have this question twice last year?
Yes.
Once already this year.
Yes.
Rob Green, Sam Byron, John Newsom,
Correct.
Dominic Matteo. I'm going to come back to AD because I've forgotten him. Johnny Howson, Andy Hughes, Bradley Johnson. Can't remember who AF is. Luciano Becchio, and is that RS? Does that say?
Yes.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, Eric Flair, Darren Huckabee. I mean, Darren Huckabee has played for Leeds and Norwich.
Coventry.
Yeah. Well, no, but he left us to join Man City, and then he went on. And then he went on to Norwich from Man City, I believe. But you're right. We did get him from Coventry. Obviously, Robert Snodgrass. But the real answer is obviously Randy Savage. Oh yeah, Randy Savage. Yeah. And Forshaw. Yeah. Biss Jericho. I sense a theme with Rosie's suggestions this week. Rocky Roadcastle. There's not even two S's. Anyway. Alec Foley.
Axel Foley.
Axel Foley, of course. Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop. He also played for Leeds United and Norwich at the same time. AH from Anders here with Adolf Hitler. DM is clearly Dave Mysterio. But yeah, it is Adam Drury, obviously. Adam Drury. But my personal favourite is Dave Mysterio. Just because of how random it is.
There's one of the D brothers. There's AD, and the other one was on the bench, HD. Together they are ADHD.
Dirty Dom in advance. Johnny Nitro. up there.
Johnny
up there with
Nitro.
Cadillac. Yeah, Johnny Nitro. Arse Fluffer in central midfield, of course. Brain Johnson. I've got a feeling that the name game has sort of taken on a new twist. It's evolved into a new game. For example, who can forget Bob Jackland and Rogue Sneaker? And of course AC/DC. Oh, this is madness. Madness. Awesome stuff. But I think it's fair to say, is there any that no one else? Of course, Joe Hendry. Of course. Say his name and he appears.
No. Are you still with us, Tom? I hope you're not expecting me to take over people, because I don't know what to do.
It's Joe! Joe. I changed the thing. Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. Anyway, what? So Chris Nix with Robert Green. Robert Green. That's incorrect because that is a serious answer and it's probably the correct answer. Adolf Daycream. Scooby's got to go because he needs to give the second half his full attention. I've came here and they scored twice. You did because of the turn for the entrance. And as we've always said, as the meme says, Joe Hendry, depicted here, looks like a human being. Well, don't take it down. He looks like a human being that wished to be. He looks like a dog that wished to be a human being and then got his wish. And he's so happy that it occurred. Yes. I'm convinced of it. Despite what anyone says. Bye, Scooby. Of course, see you later, Scooby. Good luck for the second.
Let's go. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Yeah. So, you all got the answers. So, I mean, Ben just rattled most of them off in one go, which was genuinely impressive, to be fair. Did anyone say Danny Mills?
Yeah.
He doesn't count, though, does he?
He said that knobhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the ball prick that chat shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that being said, so that is the question of the week. Ben doing his pirate.
It's Pascal, the sexy pirate.
Pirate Pascal, yes. So I did. Obviously, because Leeds weren't playing, I typed Andy Hinchcliffe into the Twitter machine to find out what was being said about him this week. And slim pickings, but some of the pickings were interesting. So, the dipshits. Julie Hobb, 1878, says, God, Andy Hinchcliffe gets everywhere.
Is that not the other way around? Because God is everywhere.
Yes. I think
Andy
it was
Hinchcliffe,
more of a...
God is everywhere.
Yeah. Anfield Fix writes on Twitter, 12 minutes in and Stephen Warnock has called Salah greedy about 4 times. Such a ghoul of a co-commentator, to which CNOG97 replied, I had Andy Hinchcliffe and he was bereft. I do enjoy the ones where they actually use words that are not swearing, and I say it as someone that swears quite often. I think it's far more creative. Login bitch tits. Miss Melina saying hi to Chris. Russ is launching the jingle was back. And have you got any other jingle? No, we're just a one jingle show. One jingle.
Right,
one,
got to go take this delivery, Tom. I won't be long,
yeah,
mate.
Sure. No problem. No problem.
All right, mate. Excuse me, people. Thank you.
Singular jingle show. That's harsh, Rosie. I'm sure they're not that bad. You're only 39. I believe that's a reference to lagging bitch tits. He then says, just Colonel wants you to jingle his bells. That doesn't sound very PG. And Miss Melina says, Burnley Leeds tomorrow. It might not surprise you, Miss Melina, but I'm hoping for a Leeds United win. I feel for Ben when works gets in the way of a podcast, the words of Russ Morgan. I really do. I really do. I know like, that's sadly really sarcastic of me, but no, it's genuinely true. Football side, will you cover all the Raw Rumble on your other channel? Absolutely. Oh, sorry. Let me say it the other way. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes, it does. And yes, I will. But that was really cool. Really appreciate the support. Well, I'll give it a good go. Was that jingling people's bells? 2025. Not my business. Not my business. Andy Hinchcliffe on commentary for Sheffield United versus Hull. I think that's the reaction of many a football fan. One more, of course, will be exclusive. Sean Murphy takes on new job as he thought he was finished at the top level. I believe he's a snooker commentator. Oh, actually, Manx Pie actually confirmed that for me by saying hopefully he'll retire from the new job as he's the Andy fucking Hinchcliffe of snooker commentary. And that's a bad miss. And the last one. The year is 1974. You are unknowingly watching the last ever televised football match. To not have Andy Hinchcliffe commentating on it. Life is good. From Tricky Toffees at Toffee0625. The Tricky Toffees. Are you? Is it too early in the evening to do some memeage? Bit of memeage. Little bit of meme. The meme time. The memes. Anyway, let's get into them a bit for the Sunday roast. Sunday roast. Sunday roast. Whatever. It's never too early. Bring on the memeage. The memes. It's a bit like getting a bit like Gollum, like my precious memes. So whatever. Anyway, but first, how much did this chicken balti and chips cost at Gainsborough Trinity's at the weekend? Chicken balti over chips. How much did that set you back at Gainsborough Trinity Football Team Club? £8.50, £3.50, £11.50. I'd smash that. Tarek said he'd smash that like he wants to smash the like button. Anyway, what? £3.75, £15, £7. Sam Greenwood approves of it too. It actually looks nice. I'll give you the actual answer is £6. To which then followed it up with, I'd like to be left alone with the diarrhea chips for a moment. £12.72. Gainsborough Trinity. I believe they are National League North or whatever side. Hello to Hawkwind. How you doing? Good to see you. Hawkwind. How you been? And come on, you trins. Anyway, back to more serious stuff. Did you know that Ibrox has been officially voted the best stadium in the United Kingdom? Ibrox was voted the best stadium in the United Kingdom. Sounds like a naughty pie and high hawks, you dirty slag. But I personally found it amusing because it's on Football Funnies, because that tells me there's some sort of joke behind it, which I'm not in on. That was my first thought, Sam. The vote is obviously dodgy. Sam, you slag. Wakefield Trinity beat Castleford Tigers. Not so friendly on Friday. Rugby League with Jimmy. Also, you see that little rectangle that's lit up in yellow and red? That's Pullman Road. To which my natural instinct was to go, hello, Ipswich, you've left your damn grand lights on. Ed Sheeran ain't made of money, obviously. Ipswich. And that's your Ipswich meme of the week. I went there in 1992-93. Well, I know we didn't win because we didn't win any away game in 1992-93. Genuinely true. Genuinely true. Did you know that, I believe it was yesterday, was the 30-year anniversary of Eric Cantona's Kung Fu kick at Selhurst Park? But the one thing I bet you didn't know is that Elton John was there in the crowd, mere yards away from it. Elton John was literally there, allegedly. Can you spot Elton John? Anyway. FIFA president sitting next to Manchester City owner while they're facing 115 charges. That doesn't strike me as strange at all. Elton John, did he kick his wig off? Well, he didn't kick Elton John, obviously. It was more for me. This image actually makes it look like Cantona's about the kung fu kick. It's about the wrestling drop kick on the woman in the crowd, but it's obviously not the case because we've seen it a million times, and it's not what happened. But still, Elton John up here in the top hand right sort of here area, and I'm moving the cursor around, and you can't see it, but still, this always struck me as. I've seen this kick a million times, but I never noticed that Elton John was in the crowd. Anyway, I do have exclusive footage of Kyle Walker's medical at AC Milan. I didn't know they compared sperm samples for footballers, but apparently this is Kyle Walker's sperm sample. It looks like he's kicking the granny in the picture. Looks like David Seaman is there too. Did he sing the Crocodile Cock song? And he went for the ball. Certainly did. And watch out, ladies in Milan, because Kyle's going to be on the prowl. And obviously, when they gave him a nice little send off, to which he said, "But I'm a Manchester City hero." And they went, "And we salute you for it. Don't come back now." Which family did he take to Milan? One of the 16 of them. That's not a correct number. It's not the correct number. Legally, for my legal team purposes, I've been told to tell you he does not have 16 separate families. It just feels like he does. I've had Molina. He has a few to choose between from Sam Greenwood. But speaking of new Manchester City players, excuse me. Pep spends 34 million on Kusanov. That's the first time I've tried saying it. To strengthen the Man City defence. Then he gives Chelsea a goal and then gets booked within the first 4 minutes. That's some debut. But Pep has got a new strategy. Pep is the best manager in the world, supposedly. He's not. He's bald fraud. Anyway, what? Best manager in the world. He is going to tell you right now, because he told me, and I'm going to tell you how Pep Guardiola plans to succeed at Manchester City. There is one way to fix Manchester City, but is intricate and precise as a well-played as a well-played game of chess. Just give me loads of money and a gun, and I'm just going to shoot loads of money everywhere. It's the Pep way. I'm back. Sorry, we're setting up everything for later. Obviously, when this finishes, which is probably going to be fairly soon to be fair, go over and join Ryan on his channel, where it's basically, to my understanding, is going to be the last word on the weekend action from an Arsenal perspective. And Sam did. Thanks for reminding me, Sam. Bremner, Jimmy wanted to know what time your quiz was tomorrow, Ryan.
Is that my new top?
Very, very American.
It's because it's cold in that fucking warehouse. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go. So I've got 43 pallets.
Just before you go, though, just before, got one that I can time for you. Obviously, Chelsea had a bad day yesterday. They went, "Don't laugh at me. I was once like you," which then led into, "You are the worst keeper in the Premier League." And my brain got thinking, if we do get promoted, this will probably become apt. Next season, you are the worst keeper in the Premier League.
I'm really hoping, right, that next season he'll be the worst keeper in League One. If we go up and keep him right, why have we gone up? Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Tara. You can buy these at B&M for...
Have a good night, Ben.
$6.99. Right, thank you. I'll be at home next week, so I'll do a full show. And the week after. So all is good. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for having me, Mr. Tom. I hope everybody's happy tomorrow night, and I will see you next week. Have a good week. Stay safe. Thanks for joining us. See you soon, people.
Awesome. So, you know what? I'm just going to put Ryan's latest one on here. So, because why not? Might as well do it. I thought I wouldn't have time, but it turns out I do. I'm doing this thing called like actually on the fly. So, because I'm not very good at this, but still, I'm just going to. But go over to Ryan. Ryan's channel is presumably click on Mr. Arsenal podcast, and he will have a show set up live to go after this. And despite what I will say about his club sometimes and the jokes at their expense, he personally is a good fella. Let me get that on here. So you do a lot worse than subscribing to the Mr. Arsenal podcast. They have people on there that are not Leeds, just Arsenal. It's a community of people that are very separate, I think it's fair to say. But so that's it. But that'll be the thumbnail you can see. I don't know what he's actually told his show because I'm sat on here, but at the same time, you can see what it's probably going to be about. Obviously, a Tottenham influence on it too. So I'll go over to Ryan's channel. Of course, last Monday of the month will be quiz night on Mondays, I believe. Bye, Ben. See you, Ben. Regular Monday thing. That explains that one. How good in Ben. I probably should have done this before you actually left. What else have we got here? So obviously Chelsea, as I did that one. Don't laugh at Chelsea. They were once like us. Well, they weren't like Arsenal. They were never like Arsenal. This isn't a very happy birthday for Nuno Espirito Santo, because losing 5-0 on your birthday kind of sucks. But he gave them a really good new manager bounce. Should we compare it with the Southampton new manager bounce, where it was basically, hey, give me one of those new manager bounces I heard so much about, which he was then rewarded with draw and then 6 defeats or 5 defeats. To which Something wrong, Saint? No. We're just shit, I guess. Poor Saints. Could happen to. It couldn't have happened to the worst team. It could have happened to Derby County, who are the worst team. There is something in that Bournemouth water. They are on fire. It's almost like they have a good football manager. Because they started last season terribly, and this season not as terribly, but not good for them. And they've come above it and just started laying waste to teams that are objectively better than them. But still. Speaking of winning again. Speaking of a new manager bounce, it's the same meme as last week, just slightly edited. Because not an away win. No, they'll be celebrating like they won a trophy for hours. Fucking Everton. Do you know today was Super Sunday? Oh, we have an open reach program for Rangers fans. Do you mean the same Rangers fans, the same Rangers that have the best stadium in the United Kingdom, according to Football Funnies? But anyway, today's Super Sunday featured. Let me give you the positions of the teams before state of play. Because I always thought Super Sunday was you put big clubs against each other on Sunday, because that's been a cherry picker. But apparently we had 11th versus 12th, 10th versus 13th, 8th versus 14th, and 15th versus 19th, which led me to the conclusion of there's very little super in this Super Sunday. Because why wouldn't you think come with that connection? Hope you make them shower first, Mr. Arsenal. And we're getting to a very small segment of this called Spurs Lose Again. I knew you'd slip up this weekend against Leicester Tottenham. What great prediction. What are you talking about? Everyone knew they'd beat Spurs. Everyone knew they'd Spurs it. Speaking of Spurs in it, Andrew Postecoglou with his scrumptious Spurs crumble. Buy one now from any good retailer that supplies a Spurs crumble. Make sure you're smashing that like button like Rangers absolutely smashed that competition about having the best stadium in the UK, according to Football Funnies. Walker's Crisps, new flavour. Mashed Spurs. Mashed Spuds. Your version's better. Thank you, Rosie. It's very kind of you. Rosie actually said, great show so far, Mr. Tom. I can read it when other people say it. I can't say it about my own show, but I can read other people saying it about my show. I don't know where the line is on that, on arrogance or not, but still appreciate it. Andrew Postecoglou turned up at the karaoke and he was like, can I borrow a win? Could you lend me 3 points, mate? They couldn't because they lost. Anyway. That is one of yours, actually. I totally stole that from Russ. You know what? I usually write on them first that Russ has sent it. I apologise, Russ. That is one of yours. It was very fair of you to say. But I'm disappointed that I'm doing it while singing my Ange song. Anyway, and one more. Fans, boo! Son, are they booing me? Oh, no. They're saying rude. Are you saying boo or rude? Boo! But obviously Gary Neville said it, and I was saying rude. Because of course he was, because he's a weasel. I didn't know Ange was Irish. I was actually trying to do it more as Kirk Van Houten. Now he's saying, can I borrow a feeling? In the Simpsons episode, where he ends up getting divorced from Luann. And I'm getting well away from this. United Trey says Arsenal can still make history. They'll become the first club to finish second 3 seasons in a row in Premier League history. I did not know that. genuinely didn't know that. I wouldn't mind finishing second 3 times in the Premier League and then get yourself like 400 million in TV deals every time it happens. I'll fucking bring it on to Ellen Road tomorrow. And this is a section I like to call Oliver. VAR. Is it a goal scoring opportunity? VAR 2. No, it's about 80 yards out. Should we send Michael Oliver to check? VAR 1. Nah. Why is it when I heard the word terrible and the word refereeing decision, I immediately thought of the name Michael Oliver? Speaking of which, because actually nothing happened to Leeds this week, or between last Sunday and that, other than Leeds winning a football match, it then created the Anchor of the Week, which is obviously Michael Oliver. Because who else would it have been? We literally came second in 98, 99. Oh, so you have come second. So you'll be the first team to do it twice. Fair enough. Okay. I won't be too loud about that, though, because that really strengthened the point he's hoping he's making, to be fair. Where was I? I was with Banner and Oliver, weren't we? Arsenal at school. Guess who likes you? Trey just making up stuff as usual. Yeah. I'm giving you the Arsenal game this weekend, Michael. Well, I won't be needing this card. Actually, I've got this one, the yellow one. Well, Oliver, Arsenal won. Hey, I gave them a straight red like you asked me to. So, I'm trying to picture him being played by Clint Eastwood in a film. Because I found it funny. Anyway, and the last one is obviously it's not even about Arsenal. It's kind of about Arsenal. Michael Oliver getting the bin from Sam Greenwood. But the last one is basically pulling a Wolves. Midland failure. Second definition, poor Wolves to find a way to lose despite benefiting from good fortune. I never put them on this. That was a perfect opportunity. So, give me 1 second. I actually have Ryan's original thumbnail for the show, which was duh. But then it turned out that Man United didn't win. So, I'll see what the change was. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's actually seamless, to be fair. Third last slide looks like a Timo version of Anthony Herbert. Let's go back. Let's go back to... Is it this one, Rosie? I believe that is Howard Webb, the head of the PGMOL. I don't like that I know the names of all these officials because I don't know who ran the Referee Association 20 years ago. And not because I don't follow it, because they didn't fuck up to the extent where we're fucking talking about them every week. Looks like a Temu or Wish version of Anthony Herbert. So if you're out there, Anthony, hello, of course. That's pretty much it for this week. But yeah, don't forget to go over to Ryan. When is your show starting? If you're still there, sir. No, it's Lolo's bet for tomorrow night. That being said, it's been good fun. It's great to see that Ben is back in commission, and that, Tom, is the point we talk about them frauds every week. He's going live in less than 1 hour. Less than 1 hour. I will be tuning in for it personally because I'll probably be sorting stuff out with it. I'll delete all the slides after. But anyway, it's been cool seeing you all here. I really do appreciate the support as always. I don't know at what point I get to stop saying that sort of thing. So I'm probably not going to stop saying that sort of thing. But thank you to everyone. Anthony will see this. He's like crabs. He's everywhere. I don't know why I nodded. Like, yeah, that's definitely true. Because I don't know if that's true. But he's a nice fella. He's a nice fella. Well, I know she's bantering him anyway. Cheers, Ian. Cheers, all. Obviously, good luck to Leeds United tomorrow night. That being said as well, thank you to Director John for putting in the work into this show. As I say every week, if there's a particular graphic that you enjoy, he probably made it. And if there's a graphic that you didn't, then it probably came from my fingers. But still. Tom, well done. Great show. Really appreciate that. Have a good night, Sam. And again, Jimmy, have a good night. I don't know why I keep saying it shows like a lack of confidence in your speaking or something like that. But take care, John, and all. Yep. Thanks, John, if you're out there. Really do appreciate the help as well. To which, again, I've died to John. And have a good night, everyone. Leeds is Leeds.